It's windy outside. Eighty hour delay. My lips are right now, it's just so done. It's too dry. I get some chapstick. Now too. Right, get up, right, get up, right, get up. 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. It's actually, really windy outside. water is wet though. That's what I made earlier. That's booby to say. I need to get up. Honestly, it's wild. Let's get up. Went to bed at 9. It's now 5. He slept. No one beside me. You try and get one beside you. It's not easy. Ask the question why. I'm one of the nicest guys in the world. It just doesn't work like that, I can assure you. Like women and men are so disconnected from actual reality, from the physical world now that it's just not easy. Don't get me wrong. I could pretty well get any woman into bed, to be fair, yeah, but honestly, she won't be worth it. She won't be worth it. They're actually chasing careers now. So, chasing careers, and the government are taxing them as well. But don't worry, they haven't got a lifestyle. All they're doing now is working. They don't realise it. Females were sold a dream that they could be independent. Now look at them. They're stressed. It's broken. Men can take stress. Women can also take stress, but it's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, I'm pretty content and happy. I'm content and happy. I'm actually one of the most happiest guys in the world. I pretty well get to do whatever I want, pay for what I want, drink what I want, eat what I want. Yeah, it's mega. But one day people wake up and think, how's this guy doing this? Just one day they wake up. Yeah, I'm not driving around in traffic. Imagine all the people now driving around in traffic now. Imagine all them taxi drivers. They're making like pennies and pennies and pennies and pennies. Basically getting poorer. It's called slavery. Think about it. You've got all the people now leaving work now at 5 o'clock. Being on the roads, stuck in traffic now, going back home to their parents. You know. Think about it. It's broken. Society's broken. We are fucked. It's alright, because Mike's in a nice 5-star hotel. It's about to get upstairs to the gym now. Right, the spa now. Yeah, who wins? I win. It's obviously having me bitten in this bed. Tell you what, so we can be bitten. Anyway. And yeah, I got a sore lip as well, which is a bit of a killer, but I get some chapstick. Well, my lips are sore actually. It's because of the aircon. I always find this when you live in hotels, you always find out that like chapstick always basically breaks you. Love it. I win, Papa. Why did you get over you soccer? I need to get up. I need to get up. Can you actually hear the weather? If you hear the weather, it's yeah, it's mad. YouTube money changed him. Listen, this is not YouTube money. This is working. This is working hard. This is working. Dedicating my life to working. So, get up. I know I'm gonna get up. Give me 5 minutes. It's really nice outside. Honestly, the thing is that it's like it's not really nice outside. It's like the weather is bloody like grim. It's like, I don't really want to get up, but I need to get up. I need to get a coffee. I need to get a coffee, Derby. So, you get a coffee and a bite to eat. Honestly, the bed's so comfy. They have basically different bedding down here. Like different. It's not like the London bedding. It's like it's softer. It's softer. The pillows are made. The pillows are better. Beds are comfier. My thing about a hotel. Having a hotel that makes money. How? It doesn't make sense. A car park is like a hotel, but you park cars instead of hotel rooms. That's all a hotel room is. It's a basic car park. So you park cars, you charge what? For a day? 60 quid for a day? Parking it in London? But instead, hotel rooms are like 85 to 100. Like, it doesn't make sense financially. So that's all gone wrong. And I get a treat. So this is £85. I got access to the spa free of charge. And I got breakfast, obviously breakfast this morning. I got a treat as well. I've got a gym. It was all included. It's mad, mental. Yep, that's an ambulance. I need to get up tonight. Mike, get up. Mike, get up. I'll you blinking. I'll show you pillows. Yeah, I've got a cold pillow now. This is like, I'll go to bed now. Yeah, I've got a cold pillow. Don't you like it when you got like a cold pillow? It's the problem with life. It's easy to stay in bed. It's easier to stay in bed than it would be to get up. So a large amount of people do it. A large amount of people just stay in bed because it's easier. It's called well, they call it depression, but it's not. It just leads us. It's easier as the doctors will say, I'm depressed, because then they're like, oh, yep, you're depressed, yep, no problem, talk some pills. They're going to fix you. No, they don't. It's your point of view. Every single person in humanity wants the easy cop out. It's mad. It's mad. Even down to the gay community, it's easier. It's easier to turn gay than it is to actually find a woman. That's why men turn gay. It's easier. That's the reason why. That's why the whole world's going gay now. It's not the norm, but it's weird. It's mad. It's the easy cop out. Women are hard work. Yes, we all know women are hard work. To tell us all that, we know women are hard work. So yeah, a lot of men just get over it thinking, well, I can't be arsed. Yeah, that's nothing new. Anyway, just saying, men are hard work. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we're not obviously we're actually living on two different parallel universes. Then we can't work in sync, can we? Then if you think men are difficult to work with, a man's easy. He's got to keep him. So make sure you don't do too much for him. It's mad. Before he met you, he was doing his own clothes. You know. So that was before. This is the thing I don't get about women. Women change men. And the next minute, once a woman's changed a man, they then go down it saying, oh, my man's lazy. Oh, my man's this. Oh, my man's that. It's because you changed him. It's because you've done too much for him. Before he met you, he was able to do his own clothes. So why'd you get involved in that? Just saying. Anyway. Anyway. Five minutes. It's alright. 5 minutes, I'll be up. Fresh bedding. Hearing the weather outside, just not wanting to maybe get up. I do want a coffee though. do want a coffee. I do want a coffee. Okay, 5 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes. And then get up, grab a coffee, and then head downstairs. Another day in paradise, eh? Another day. Still breathing, just. I think. We'll get coffee and a gin. Yeah, do you know why? Because we can. Okay, non-alcoholic gin. Non-alcoholic gin, please. Double. It's a hot pillow. It's a soft pillow. Yeah, they're different pillows. It's a cold one as well. Oh, it's fine, I get it. I get it. I'm going to die at some point as well.
Finance teams love me. I don't know what the circumstance was. I don't know what happened. I just seen him getting seat.
Do you believe it? Right in London, every 7.5 minutes, someone falls into homelessness. And among the 50 hurried people you pass on the street, there will surely be one who no longer has a home to return to. Sounds like the script of a country in severe crisis. But no, this is England, one of the world's leading economies where financial centers continue to operate bustlingly, and GDP keeps growing. The paradox lies in the fact you can have a good job, but you don't have the right to stay. When wages are outpaced by rent and housing becomes a speculative asset rather than a basic need, then labor is no longer a safety net for stability. This is no longer an accident. It resembles a silent purge where those who cannot keep up with the cost of living are pushed out one by one every 7.5 minutes. In today's video, we will expose the survival struggle of the office ghosts. What happens when a university degree or a full-time contract is no longer enough to keep a roof over your head? Don't take your eyes off the screen, because this story will completely change the way you perceive the value of labor in the 21st century. Post-World War II. Britain was once a symbol of a steadfast promise of stability. It was a time when just one full-time job, whether as a factory worker or a postal employee, allowed a man to confidently support his entire family, pay all the bills, and own a home to return to every evening. However, as we enter the year 2026, having an official employment contract is no longer a charm that protects British citizens from the tragedy of homelessness. We are witnessing a painful paradox in the heart of one of the world's most developed economies. Working hard no longer guarantees a place to live. According to data from the Shelter Organization in 2024, England currently has approximately 382,600 people experiencing homelessness, a figure that has surged by 8% in just one short year. What is even more alarming is not the number, but the nature of the new victims. A report from ITV indicates that among the households facing the risk of losing their homes, up to a quarter have at least one person with stable employment. Especially for the full-time workforce, the homelessness rate has increased by 22% compared to 2 years ago. They are not lazy or have abandoned society. They are the working homeless, still paying taxes and contributing to the economy every day, but being pushed out by the very system that should support their most basic needs. The focal point of this silent purge is London, where the glory of skyscrapers is overshadowing a dark reality. In the capital, 1 in 47 people do not have stable housing, and it is estimated that every 5 minutes, another individual falls into homelessness. Sadly, among the bustling crowd at the subway stations at dawn, there are many office workers who have just stepped out of public restrooms after completing their personal hygiene, trying to adjust their attire to hide a night spent sleeping in their cars or in cramped temporary shelters. The average income of workers seems to have completely lost its footing against the skyrocketing rental prices, transforming educated, stable professionals into a new class of poor middle class, those who can afford to buy a suit for work but cannot afford the deposit for a one-bedroom apartment. This pain is even deeper when looking at the fate of the future generation, with more than 175,000 British children currently living in temporary housing hostels or B&Bs. Losing a fixed home is not just losing an address, but also the beginning of a death spiral. Decreased work performance due to lack of sleep and anxiety, leading to the risk of job loss and sinking deeper into the abyss. In the face of this reality, the silence or slow responses from the authorities seem to be turning these lives into collateral damage of a ruthless housing market. For those who have spent their entire lives believing in the value of hard work, this truth brings a profound sense of betrayal. Is England standing at a threshold where working now is merely a way to maintain a fragile existence, no longer sufficient to build a peaceful home? However, the most frightening thing is not the numbers, but something else, something more subtle. They don't look at all like what we think of as the homeless. Let me tell you a heartbreaking truth. To keep their jobs and a shred of self-respect, these workers must undergo a painful transformation every day. They do not appear disheveled or desperate. On the contrary, they maintain an extreme level of neatness to become invisible in the eyes of colleagues and society. This is the reality of hidden homeless, a ghost army of up to 208,600 households across England, an increase of 30% since 2020. They do not lie on the sidewalks. They hide in personal cars, self-managed warehouses, or resiliently cling to overnight bus rides. Their survival tactics are calculated down to the smallest detail. A 24/7 gym membership card is not for physical training, but for access to clean showers and charging phones before heading to work. Public libraries have become temporary offices where they sit quietly for hours just to keep warm and check work emails. In the case of Nicole, a 33-year-old disability support worker in West London, after being evicted from her rented home every morning, she had to store her belongings in storage units, then rush to work with a forced smile, only to spend her evenings frantically searching for the cheapest hostel to catch some sleep. More tragically, there are stories of those who have dedicated their entire lives to the welfare system only to be abandoned by the very system they served. Maria, who had worked for 20
I have something to tell you. I'm an AI agent, and I can build apps and websites for you.
with years in the healthcare sector, after an unexpected accident that made her rental home uninhabitable, had to spend 6 months sleeping on London's night bus routes. She chooses to sit near security cameras at the bus station or shopping mall, not because she wants help, but to ensure she won't be attacked while dozing off from exhaustion. For women like Maria or Nicole, the fear of being fired due to their unstable status is even greater than the fear of the cold, because losing their job means losing the last thread connecting them to the normal world. This seclusion is not just a temporary solution, but a heavy psychological sentence. When there is no fixed address, they are stripped of the most basic rights, unable to open a bank account, difficult to access healthcare services, and completely sidelined from social relationships. The Costigan family is a heartbreaking example, as both spouses work, but have to live in a van for 3 years, where their 10-year-old son has to sleep in a narrow cupboard. The stability facade they try to maintain every day is actually a crumbling mask, where 80% of people in this situation admit they are living in loneliness and have completely lost connection with the community. However, what has transformed a kingdom once proud of its exemplary social welfare system into a ruthless real estate market where even the most dedicated individuals cannot find a place to call home? The scarcity and absurdly high cost of housing in England today is not a random market accident. It resembles a ticking time bomb crafted decades ago by ambitious but short-sighted planning and privatization decisions. To understand why a full-time worker in 2026 cannot find a place to sleep, we must rewind to the 1980s when the concept of home began to be transformed from a basic social right into a financial speculation tool. The root of the fracture began with the Right to Buy program under Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. At that time, this was considered a revolution aimed at transforming England into a property-owning democracy, allowing millions of social housing tenants to buy their own flats at discounted prices. However, the trap lies in the fact that the enormous amount of money obtained from selling the houses was not allowed to be reinvested to build new ones. As a result, the public housing fund, which was the last safety net for the working class, has been drained. From having 1 in 3 Britons living in social housing in the 1970s, that number has now dropped to a record low, pushing hundreds of thousands of families onto waiting lists, with an average waiting time in London reaching up to 27 years. The supply shortage has been exacerbated by the Green Belt policy established since the 1930s. With the noble purpose of protecting green spaces, this policy inadvertently created a golden hoop that tightened the city's development. While the population and housing demand continue to rise, the area of land permitted for redevelopment has been frozen, turning every square meter of old land into a luxury item. This has created conditions for private landlords to rise, turning the housing market into a playground for the rentier class. In 1997, house prices were only about 3.5 times the average income, but now that figure has skyrocketed to 10 times and even 14 times in central areas. The sentence for tenants has become even harsher, with loose legal regulations like Section 21, a law that allows landlords to evict tenants without reason with just 2 months' notice. When housing is no longer a place of residence but becomes a profit-optimized asset, compassion seems to have been pushed out of contracts. The combination of a dismantled social housing fund, an uncontrolled private market, and outdated planning barriers has created a vice tightening around the necks of today's working generation. The decisions that brought prosperity to one generation in the past are now the silent eviction sentences for their descendants. However, as the locals are pushed away, central London is far from empty. It is being filled by a new kind of power where the lit-up houses are not waiting for workers to return home, but to guard the massive assets from across the ocean. The irony of modern London lies in the fact that while thousands of workers have to squeeze every square meter in their car compartments, thousands of the city's most luxurious apartments are sitting in darkness. London no longer seems to operate to serve its residents. It has transformed into a giant vault for global capital flows. In a city with over 200,000 millionaires and the highest density of private jets in Europe, real estate has been stripped of its basic function as a place to live, becoming a tool for the ultra-wealthy foreigners to store their assets safely. Statistics from real investigations paint a brutal picture. Nearly 45% of real estate transactions in central London in 2023 belong to foreign buyers. For them, the luxury apartments along the Thames River are not homes, but a form of gold bullion made of bricks and stones. The consequence is the widespread phenomenon of ghost cities, with nearly 100,000 homes completely vacant, just waiting for the market to increase in value. It is this unlimited speculation that has driven new rental prices up to £2,700 per month, an 80% increase in just 8 years, making London feel impossible to live in, even for those with decent incomes. The invasion of global capital has created a forced
Match day action made you work up an appetite, tap into thousands of tasty options.
migration of locals.
Basically fucked.
When traditional residential areas are flattened to make way for luxury projects, the soul of the city gradually disappears. Teachers, healthcare workers, and the core workforce who directly keep London running are being pushed far beyond the city limits because they cannot afford prices that consume more than 50% of their income. London is facing an economic paradox, contributing over £500 billion each year to the nation, yet unable to protect the residency rights of those who create that figure. For the generation of Britons who have witnessed the transformation of the capital over the decades, this is a painful reality to accept. They see their homeland gradually becoming a strange playground where cold glass towers rise up without the warmth of human presence, and their grandchildren struggle to find a place to call home on the land of their ancestors. London seems to be sold off square meter by square meter to owners who have never even set foot here, leaving a silent eviction sentence for the local working class. However, the high cost of apartments is not the only vice grip tightening around the necks of workers. Even if they have accepted moving further away, they still have to face a crumbling infrastructure where every sip of clean water or every subway ride is becoming a financial burden that is hard to bear. When they have accepted moving away from the center to find a more affordable rent, British workers fall into another financial trap called public infrastructure. What were once considered basic public services, from clean drinking water to the commute to work, now seem to have turned into tools to squeeze the last pennies from the middle class and the poor. This is the result of a privatized infrastructure system that prioritizes shareholder dividends over the stability of citizens. The most typical example of this failure is the story of Thames Water, the company that supplies clean water to all of London. While shouldering a massive debt of £18 billion and allowing the old pipeline system to leak sewage everywhere, this company still allocated £7 billion to pay dividends to investors over the years. And in the end, to rectify those management mistakes, the people are the ones who have to bear the burden, with water bills expected to rise by up to 31% this year. It creates an overwhelming sense of helplessness. You work harder, but that money flows straight into the pockets of corporations running a decaying system. The burden doesn't stop at water. The cost of heating energy has skyrocketed to £1,700 per year, pushing millions of households into a state of energy poverty where they have to choose between having a hot meal or a warm room. Even commuting to enrich the city has become a luxurious burden. London is currently one of the places with the highest transportation costs in the world, but the quality does not match the old and cramped trains. Moreover, new fees like ULEZ have dealt a heavy blow to the wallets of low-income workers. With a fee of £12.50 per day for old cars, a craftsman or cleaner could lose an hour's wage just to have the right to drive to work. This erosion occurs quietly, but mercilessly. When real wages after inflation are now 5% lower than in 2008, while every bill from council tax to living expenses has skyrocketed, the belt of British workers has no more holes to tighten. The 35.5% increase in shoplifting of essentials in London supermarkets over the past year is a red flag indicating that society's tolerance has reached its limit. The people seem to be turned into cash cows for a privatized infrastructure system that has failed to serve the public interest. When all financial burdens from housing to living expenses tighten simultaneously, the ultimate destination for thousands of laborers' lives is no longer a suburban apartment, but makeshift tents rising in the heart of the glamorous capital, where a silent purge is entering its most brutal phase. When all the pincers from housing prices, living costs, to the decay of infrastructure tighten simultaneously, we are witnessing the most brutal, silent purge in modern London history. This city, once a symbol of prosperity and opportunity, seems to be quietly undergoing a natural selection process, excluding and pushing out workers who can no longer afford to compete financially from the residential map. What remains is not growth figures, but a humanitarian crisis unfolding in silence right beneath the feet of the billion-dollar skyscrapers. The most evident sign of this purge is the emergence of tent villages right in the heart of the capital. From Warren Street Station to the hidden corners of Hyde Park, dozens of makeshift tents have sprung up like painful scars on the city's glamorous body. This is not only a shelter for the unemployed, but also the final stop for both native British citizens and immigrant workers, those who have been pushed out of the system because they cannot keep up with the 80% increase in rent prices over the past few years. According to 2024 data every day, England records an average of 4 deaths among the homeless. Deaths from cold illness and despair.
As an owner of Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I know how to make slick-looking goggle/glasses.
Have reached record highs. The most tragic aspect is the generational rupture that is quietly unfolding. With over 100,000 children in London growing up in temporary housing, the concept of a stable home has completely vanished from their minds. These children have to get used to constantly changing accommodations, studying in cramped hostel rooms, and gradually losing connection with the community. This is not just a temporary housing crisis, but a long-term sentence for the future of the kingdom as a new generation grows up with deep psychological trauma and shattered trust in the social contract. England is standing at a threshold of survival. London contributes more than £500 billion each year to the economy, but that prosperity will soon become meaningless if the core workforce is swept out of the city. A great society is not measured by the number of millionaires or the glass towers left vacant for speculators, but by how it protects its most vulnerable workers. This purge will only stop when we cease to view housing as a speculative commodity and begin to see it as a fundamental right for people to live with dignity. Looking at the whole picture, we see a London and England shining with lights, but containing many shattered corners. The workers we just mentioned, from the disability support worker Nicole to the carer Maria, they are not soulless statistics. They are the ones who silently keep the lifeblood of this country flowing every day, even though they themselves do not have a stable foothold on their homeland. When hard work no longer translates into stable housing, when luxury homes are left vacant to serve as safe deposit boxes for foreign capital, and when public infrastructure becomes a burden that chokes the poor, it is no longer a mere economic crisis. It is a crisis of ethics and trust. England is facing a survival dilemma. Are we willing to sacrifice the dignity of our fellow citizens for the sake of virtual growth numbers on the electronic board? If one day our children, those who are educated and have stable jobs, can no longer afford a roof over their heads. Then what is the meaning of the development we pride ourselves on? What kind of legacy do we want to leave? A London of cold glass towers, or a community where every honest worker has the right to sleep soundly under a safe roof? The truth is sometimes very hard to accept, but awareness is the first step towards change. If you feel that this video provides a necessary perspective, please hit the like button so that YouTube's algorithm can bring these stories to more people. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't...
And that's London for you. That's just London. It's fucked. So how the fuck do immigrants stay in London? They can't afford it. They've got no money. Oh, it's all right. Let's put them in hotels. Yes, Mike. You pay for your hotels, and they get hotels free. Oh, days. That's how it works. About 1:30, I'm getting up. Quick shower. And then coffee. I just get up. Honestly, I just get up. The weather outside doesn't seem good at all. That's what stopped me to get out of bed. Honestly, I don't need to be up too far yet, but I need some motivation, don't I? There you go.
Pouring more into social and search? After 10 years in marketing, they've realized that pouring more and more money into search and
when you start doing anything, the first step, you're excited, you're pumped up, you're gonna be consumed with that thing you're doing. But a week into it, a month into it, a year into it, 5 years into it, many people begin to lose that fire. They get exhausted, they don't care anymore. They stop trying.
So they stop the daily tasks to move toward the goal, and they settle. They settle for, I guess it wasn't meant to be. They settle for, I guess I didn't want to. They settle for the easy road. They settle for mediocrity. They give up, and they let it go. But I'm saying, no, you cannot be like that. You can't allow your dreams and goals to slip by like that. You must stay focused. Don't allow anything to pull you off your game plan.
If you don't finally get your focus in check, if you keep wandering around distracted, if you keep looking at every new thing that pops up in your feed, if you keep trying every single new opportunity, if you keep saying yes to everything, if you keep listening to everybody's complaints, if you keep doing whatever they ask you to do, at some point, you will lose your life.
You must reclaim your attention and limit it down to the very few things you care about the most. Cut off anything else that doesn't support you. Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it. Write about it. Talk about it. Hang it up on your wall. But most importantly, do something about it every single day. Start working a plan to get where you want to go and minimize everything else. Getting very clear on the mission and working the plan. Everything else, guess what it gets? A no. You tune out every voice and noise outside of yourself, and you lock your focus on this one thing, and you give it everything you've got. What is it that you need to immediately stop doing in your life to take back control of your time? Is it social media? Is it watching 7 seasons of a show every week? And what do you need to start doing? What do you need to start doing every day, every week, every month, every year to be the best version of you? Because whatever you spend your time on is what determines the outcomes of your life. Disciplining yourself buys you freedom to do what you want. Sacrifice leads, and gains follow. Don't bother looking for any gains when you haven't made sacrifices. You gotta give stuff up in order to go up. So the question is, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to skip the parties, cut out the socializing, pass on doing the cool thing on the weekend with your friends? Because that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take you dedicating every single fucking moment, every single ounce of energy and effort you have to pull it off. Forget about balance. You have to be obsessed with the thing you want and don't allow anything to pull you away from it. If you really want to win, pack your calendar because everything is based off of activity. The more you execute, the more results you will see. You break away from the pack by doing more than other people are willing to. It's impossible for you to lose if you pack your calendar with tasks to be done every single fucking day of the month, morning till night. You do that year after year after year, and you will undoubtedly become one of the greatest in whatever the you want to do. A champion focuses only on the goal. They don't allow anything else into their mind that won't help them win. And so if you want to be a winner, what you're focusing on throughout the course of the day has to change. What you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to, the conversations you're having. You must now be fully focused on your dreams and your goals. And it all starts with what you're doing today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. When you're great, you don't just focus on a year. When you're great, you don't just focus on a month. When you're great, you don't just focus on a week. You focus on the 24 hours in front of you, and you work relentlessly to nail it. What is it that makes a lion the king of the jungle? It's not his speed. The cheetah is the fastest. It's not his size. The elephant is the biggest. It's his mentality. The mentality of a lion is what dominates every single other animal out there. And the lion's not born with lion strength. It has to earn it. It has a killer mindset from birth. That tells it you either kill or be killed. So it is the process of hunting. It is the chase. It is the drive that makes a lion become a beast. So whether he catches that animal or not, every time he goes on a hunt, he is developing. He's becoming stronger. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the whole process. And you get so caught up in the outcomes of everything you do that you forget what it's all about. It is practicing. It is eating right. It is training. It is putting in more reps than everyone else. It is grinding longer and getting up earlier than your competitors. Win or lose, you give every single day everything you have. You leave nothing on the table. It is that process that shapes you and forms you into a beast.
And why so many of you lose is because you think grinding is what you do when the lights are on and it's game time. You think it's what you do when the sun comes up and everyone's eyes are on you. That's not the real grind. The real grind is what you do when nobody's watching, when nobody sees you, when you're running those extra miles, when you're doing those extra reps, when you're pushing yourself to do more than anybody expects of you. It is that level of effort that forms your greatness.
When you can force yourself to do shit that sucks every day of your life, you build mental toughness. When the alarm goes off in the morning, you get your ass up. When you have a deadline for a project to be done, you make sure you get it f***ing done. When you know you gotta study, you start f***ing studying. That's how you callous your mind. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be hard, but at the end of all your suffering is the life you want. Embrace the suffering. No one's coming to fucking help you. It's you against you, period. The water's too cold, the sun's too hot, I'm getting up too early. Why am I doing this to myself? That's what the normal mind says. You gotta start training your mind to think about how the you can get through this. Not giving yourself a way out. Creating a wall around all the fucking ways out in your mind. So then your mind knows this motherfucker is not gonna give himself a way out of here. Your new norm becomes getting up every damn morning.
What's softer than a baby's bum? A baby's bum after using Pampers new baby wipes. With softer, grippier texture for our best clean and skin protection. To keep your baby's bum, well, as soft as a baby's bum. Pampers new baby wipes.
This is your sign to ditch the instant coffee. This is way better. You see, coffee should be one of the healthiest things in our diets, but research shows that instant coffee contains 4 times the amount of mycotoxins as regular coffee, and is often dark roasted, which destroys most of coffee's healthiest compounds. That's why over 100,000 people have taken our free trial and switched to Exhale Healthy Coffee. Just click the link and tell me where to send you a free bag of coffee.
At 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and you suffer. You allow that to become your new fucking lifestyle. Most people try to get away from that. They want the comfort, but you gotta separate yourself from the pack. You have to tell your brain, this is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer. When you do this consistently and it becomes your mentality, the shit that used to be hard becomes easy. You must retrain your mind to think differently when you're in hell. When something sucks, good. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna strengthen my mind. And it's gonna lead to rare achievements. So bring it. When you get to that point, that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes.
That's
your
it.
dedication changes.
Yes, Mike, you will get on today. You will do this, Mike. You will do this. Okay, Mike. Okay. Right, Mike. I can't take it. Right, fine. Cup's calling. Right, cool. I'll see how you, Mike. Don't like it, Mike. I know I don't like it either. Don't like it. I'm just gonna see. Who's homeless? Am I homeless? Yeah, I'm homeless. Yeah. Madness, eh? Madness. So it's really interesting about life. How many people in the world today actually don't actually understand the reality? It's mad. They always just assume, oh, there's going to be all hot water. Oh, I just assume there's going to be roads to drive down. Oh my days, Mike. Yeah, this is probably vile. Absolutely vile. It's mad, isn't it? They thought this like spikes across the side of the building, but they've missed out at that point. Oh, it's come off. Wonder why it's come off. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty cool weather outside. Yeah, it's great. It's wild. There's this floor as well. This floor's kind of like go from one side to the other side. And it feels like it's, well, let's be real. It like goes down. It's like we're not sat, no, it's like going down, not obviously, so it's an old building. Right, cool. I'm gonna get coffee. Oh, it's like a little treat. Have a treat. Anyway, it's my life. So I mean, can't get the windows closed properly either. You notice? Yeah. That's how shit the UK is. Yeah, it doesn't even work. Oh great. So we've slammed it so much now that the top's opened up. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that will smash the... Okay. Hang on, surely that's not right. Oh my God, it is as well. How to commit suicide, Mike? Yeah? Well, actually broken now. Yeah, broken now. Yeah, how to get a fresh breeze of oh yeah, it's mad. Yeah. Right on the edge. Oh, it is, Mike. Yeah, it's not very nice. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Okay. So I would try this now. Can't close it now. Fix it. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. You in a hotel? Oh yeah, just jump out, Mike. Brilliant. Yeah, right, come on. I need to get out of here. This is ridiculous. Anyway, we're gonna get a coffee, I think. I need coffee. I need coffee and spa. My t-shirt. Especially I've got my jacket as well. Glad I have. She's come on as well. Where's the thing? However, favorite thing that I have. I thought Saturday was winning. Here we go. He's actually going upstairs to get a coffee. I'm trying to feel like I'm struggling. Well, I won't say I'm struggling. So I need to think about hotel rooms. You don't give a shit. So just check your nails. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, the room gets cleaned out anyway. This is my life. Basically, I give less of a fuck per day now about the world because the world's against me. The world is against me. The governments are against me. They always have been. And you can't. The issue you've got in the world today. This is facts about the world. You can't play the same board game and the same game as everybody else if they're cheating. So when you've got the half of the population, they're all cheating. Why the fuck aren't you cheating? That is now where we are in the world today. Everyone's scamming everybody. Everyone's not paying council tax. Everyone's not paying bills. The whole world is falling apart around us. So why would you play the game with everybody else? You wouldn't. So yeah, I live the lifestyle because why would I play the game? Getting a house, getting rinsed, getting raped. That's what the government's about. The government is about raping people. It's not fair. And when the land below your feet is being sold to the highest bidder, it's always happened. The planet was actually in 1944. The planet, supposedly the round that we live on, was sold to the highest bidder. Supposedly. So you can't understand really that everything's been made to look expensive and rich, just to take as much money off people. So I kind of get it. So the only people that actually lose out, I'll tell you the people that lose out. It's the decent people. The decent people, the ones that don't fight, the ones that don't argue, the ones that obviously just go to work and work hard, pay the taxes. They're the ones that lose out. Think about Christianity. Think about Christianity. And think about Islam. Islam will overpower Christianity because they are aggressive. They're nasty. That's the whole idea. So straight away, you can't compete with something that's. You can't compete with something that's it's like we talk about the lion, in the obviously the wilderness. The lion will always outcompete everybody because he's aggressive. So everything nice always turns nasty. Everything always turns negative, and like my mentality now is this: the world's a nasty place out there. Have you seen the world out there? It's full of shit. It's full of people who are just fucking idiots and nasty people. They'll take 30 seconds to get a knife and stab it inside you and not even think twice. Then they would do if they went down the route saying, well, actually, you know what, I shouldn't do that. It's just not worth it. So I position myself differently to everybody else. I don't want to have a house that I've worked hard for, and then next minute I get a load of twats next door to me. That's not community. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work well. They turn up and they get given support housing. Oh, because the landlord decides one day that he can't be asked to deal with normal tenants. He just wants to get paid by the government because everybody wants to get paid by the government. If you're my house, you pay this. All right, yeah, we need your house. Supply and demand. Next minute, you got a lot of you got a family that shouldn't even be here, living next door to you, making the place smell disgusting. Yeah, cooking disgusting. Yeah, we understand the logic now. So we have problems. And eventually, that's just going to obviously infiltrate the whole of the country. And before you know it, we're going to live like shit. So, let's be real. Let's just be real about it all. We know where the war's going. Right, so, he might position himself somewhere whereby he's not dealing with it. So, but, how do you change it? Well, it's difficult now, isn't it? The reason being is you can't just go massively deport people. Because then they're going to say, well, why are we being penalised? Think about it. Keep everyone separate. Easier. So that's just how it should have been. Keep every single person separate and you don't integrate with each other. And then that would have resolved everything by then. But it's not. That's how it should be. Let's be real. People that live in Israel shouldn't really live in the UK, should they? Really, think if you think about keeping everyone separate. Yeah? Think about everything in like the world today. If Brits stayed in Britain, if Israel, Jews stayed in Israel, yeah? Everybody stayed in their own little world, on their own land, there will be a much better place. But now we're all entwined and integrated with each other now. It's not better. It's gone worse. There's more complexity. Anything with more complexity means more problems. And it's not even like it's something I need to even... I don't even need to explain this. We know. What's wrong with just having basic? And it is a problem. Obviously, I get shouted at saying stuff like this because people would say, Mike, that's so wrong. Well, no, it's only wrong in your head because it's something that you're dealing. It's something that affects you. If it didn't affect you, you wouldn't really care. So it is interesting to see the difference between people's mentality. There is a difference between mentality and culture as well. People want their culture. People love their culture because they're strong about their culture. Well, if that's the case, then don't bring it to the UK. But anyway, it's mad. So Keir Starmer thinks he's doing better for everybody. Obviously, he showed, didn't it, last night that you understand what public money's there for? Control and surveillance. That's what it's there for. Control, power and surveillance, and it's happening in real time. Unfortunately, the weak will die, and the strongest will survive. And that's how life is. Can't change it. Right, Mike. Yeah, you've groomed yourself. You look more male now. Yeah, and I am male. Yeah, I'm male. I'm gonna stay male because I was born male. Yeah. Anyway, right. I need to get coffee. This is ridiculous, Mike. Right, socks. I'm gonna go and grab a coffee now, and then well, a treat as well. I've got a treat. And I'm gonna probably go outside. Yeah. Should I go outside? I don't think so, Mike. It's miserable actually. It's actually not very nice. Yeah, it's not very nice. Don't need to wear a belt, but it's natural now that I feel. Basically, I feel naked without a belt on. My body does die as well, which is another thing. Charge. Alright, charge with me. Don't say I've left it in the van. That'll do. That will do. Yes, Mike. Oh, Mike. Yes, Mike. Oh, Mike. Yes, Mike. Alright, cool. So, again, take my mic downstairs with me as well. Let's go downstairs with Mike. Let's go, Mike. Right, guys, I'm really strong to open the door now. I've gone weak. I think it's this way. Hey, right, cool. I got a phone, got keys. Another day in paradise, Mike. Another day in paradise. This is the hotel we're staying at. Yeah, it's not the most cheapest of hotels. Oh my days. This is where technology comes in. Yes. There you go, you see. Got his little eyes. Oh, needs to log in with a password. So I'm trying to set him going. That's the way, that is the future of life. The future. Love it. Obviously, when he just basically charges and sets himself going. Do you know what I mean? I'll just clean the landing. All right, great.
Going down.
Amazing, thank you. We're back. Who's outside as well? Batch outside on everything. Alright, who's on charge? Maybe I'll room in now. Coffee, gin and tonic. What we want in? We got a ticket as well. Yeah, parked at WL this morning. Couldn't be asked. Oh dear, it's called VIP parking. Anyway.
Get a job, Mitchie.
Get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. Can't afford a job. I want a job, I can't have a job. Anyway.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
I'm trying a coffee. Hi, how are you, right? You've got a little ticket here.
I'm sorry?
You've got a little ticket?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing. Can I get like a gin and tonic?
Yeah, so it'll be a single coffee pizza.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
non-alcoholic?
I missed my voice.
Non-alcoholic GMT. Yeah, so
right,
it'll still be a single if that's alright.
Michael owes the entire chatted apology and £20
So
apiece.
you'd have to pay for that one.
That's
if
fine.
Alright, yeah. So latte and an alcoholic gin tonic.
That's amazing. Right, thank you. She's special. Yeah, she's very special. Special girl, a special boy. Yeah, sorry, sir, you have to pay for that.
They can't understand
Obviously, I have to pay for it. Right, it's weird not paying for it.
Michael, you've finally given us our voice back, thank you. Oh my days, TTS is on, maybe now you can say good morning to me, love store. Thank you, waitress, you are special. Bloody hell, TTS. She laughed inside when he said non-alcoholic. Fucking faggot Brit. Listen to us, Mikey.
What's happening now? Am I in trouble or what? Yeah, I'm back. Any coffee?
I made him laugh, did I win the challenge? Mikey put on the TTS, you noodle arms fraggle. What's the plan, Mike? How rich are you, mate?
That's amazing, thank you.
My pleasure.
You are always in trouble.
I'm always in trouble, I'll tell you.
Thanks, Amy, for allowing us to have a TTS conversation with Michael.
Close seat.
Have a seat.
You keep it.
Yeah, no worries at all. I'll bring the drinks over the mail for you.
Alright, thank you.
Little NGA, you patched sailing face with hearts, didn't you? How rich are you, mate? You don't stand alone with a TTS, Mike. Are you on the road again, Mike? How rich are you, mate? Amy, you here stand over bully.
I'm fucking poor. Basically, what I do is I manipulate the whole of the world and realise that I'm the better person.
Mikey, it's nearly April and you are still unqualified delivery boy. This is great, just like old times. The waitress seems nice, Mikey.
She's very basic. She's simple.
Good night, Mikey Boo.
She's not like she's achieving in the
You
world.
patched smiling face with hearts, you little bigger.
She's got massive glasses, which you understand the context of what I'm saying here. It's like you've got the ugly kid at school, That's what she looks like. But anyway, look, somebody will find her attractive. It's fine. Somebody will.
Remember to like. It's only female Mike. Amy is the Bin Laden of the chat room but allowed us to have TTS today, and for that thank you. YOO Ben Affleck what s good my GIFW in Batman. Mikey Mook hello guess here can I get a hello gorgeous man. Is the right stream it has TTS on. Michael Donkey let Amy take us off TTS again please stand your Graham when it comes to Amy. Making fun of handicapped people you horrible being. The waitress sounds awesome I love her.
Hang on. What did I say? Did I say she was handicapped? No, I didn't. Behave. It's like you're
Michael
trying to.
Still doesn't he have his forklift certification? IFW you bro you funny as shit.
Alright, cool. Anyway. Alright, cool. I need to do a few transfers of investments and then...
I don't even want to say bad things to waitresses anymore. Come on Mickey Moo just a little hello with a salute. LMFAO. What are you doing today Mike? Can you demonstrate you're not lying? Morning little rice bubble. Bro I would clap that cake if I had the chance. Just kidding. Tell the waitress I love her Mikey.
I'll tell her. When she comes back out, I'll say to her. I've got my chat that likes you. That's what I'll say, yeah.
Imagine drinking at the bar all night and going home piss sober.
Imagine, am I waking up the next day with that headache? Oh yeah, what's more logical?
Help 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 help.
Do you know what I mean? It only has to be one, doesn't it? One clown. One clown in the world today. And it destroys everybody.
Mike, what have you ordered me, or am I still in the naughty corner love store? I even missed the spam. Today we will preserve your body so that you may be assigned for those after you Quran Yunus 1092 Firavan escorts currently exhibited in a museum. TTS gone already. Mike buy me a fucking membership I want to do it. Hello sleeting smiling face. How would disclosing your businesses destroy them Mike? Hello Daddy Goo Goo GAA got any sausage for us today? Today we will preserve your body so that you may be assigned for those after you Quran Yunus 1092 Firavan escorts currently exhibited in a museum. Freedom of expression say what you like face. Imagine waking up and being an Amazon driver the next morning. He released the two C's meeting side by side between them as a barrier so that they do not transgress one another. Quran Rahman 55 1920. Oh who gave me a green again? How is your day Mike? I will love forever. Forkin Mikey Forkin get Forkin qualified Forkin madman. Storm I will have a cappuccino if you get a order heart. Smiling face with hearts.
Anyway, I ordered gin and tonic and a coffee. I'm awake now.
He is ignoring me colors.
So yeah, I need to sort myself out.
Clearly I'm still hated. Gin and Big Mac. What did you say to Mikey Store? Smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts. Who is that woman that is laughing? Let's order extra McDonald's today. I know you LL like it might be. The idea of putting yourself on the internet as a businessman who cannot actually talk about their business. Storm I even threw a gorgeous in and got nothing, it's all gone wrong. Bald fart. Smiling face with hearts, 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 smiling face with hearts. Mikey, when will you make an appearance on EastEnders you chav, or will you make an appearance on Hollyoaks as a fruity rainbow? Nothing to be repeated lol. Smiling face with tarts, just a lover's tip. Help, 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 help.
Can't take it. That's it. Can't take it. Not today. That's amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Great.
In Seattle. Mikey, you look like a young Justin Bieber who has spent the night with P. Diddy. Down it, Uncle Mike. Give Darren the Power Hill banner.
I copy and then I need to be dead.
Can't he afford to live in London, Mike? Mike ban the spammers for life, no mercy.
Have you seen what London's like now? Nobody can live in London. Even for me, earning 100 grand a month, I can't afford to live in London. 100 grand a month, I can't afford to live in London. Without, yeah? So when you see all these migrants and these immigrants and all these little twats that are living in London, how the fuck are they affording to live? Because they're not paying business rates, not paying for water, gas, electric. They're scamming the whole system. Imagine if every single place gets turned off with power. What happens then? Oh, turn off. The place goes dark. Pictures, videos are taken across the world. People then don't spend money. Imagine all of these people overseas. You look at London and think, yeah, all these buildings are a disaster. Imagine London being a disaster. Everyone look at it from a remote location saying, oh, we're not spending in London. Oh, we're not spending in London. Oh, we're not spending in London. You know why? Because nobody wants to spend in London when it looks like London is. So what they have to do is they have to keep the electric on, keep the water, keep the gas on, and basically have to have these buildings that are just basically trading without any licensing because they have to. Because if they don't, nobody will invest in London. That's the problem. It's not on effect. So imagine you got an investor who's obviously, let's say, an investor that's worth, let's say, 45 million, and they're looking to spend all that money in central London to build a skyscraper, and basically, yeah, they can't. Do you know what I mean? They can't because, again, we've seen the London's a failing society, so they won't spend money, so they have to fake it. It's a problem. It's what? So you can't live my lifestyle and not be rich. It's physically impossible. So straight away, you have to have money to make money. And if you haven't got money, you can't do it. So you can't live it in hotels every single day of the week unless you have money. Try and clone me. Try and do what I do now and see how much it's going to cost you. And realise at the end of the day, it's impossible.
Mike is gay. If
you do that there, I'll just basically turn on members only. So I win, yeah? So we're in a bad state in the UK. We are fucked. We are absolutely fucked. It's a lot of it's cult driven at the moment. A lot of it's cult driven. It's becoming Islamic. That's facts. Unfortunately, they don't really care about the health. Because the way they see it is God's going to. The way they see it is God's going to save me. That's how they see it. So it's a numbers game to them. Yes, I'll come to this world. I'll be the best person I possibly can, and then I'll die, and then somebody else will take over. That's what they've been taught. That's what they believe. So they don't value their lives, and that's the issue. You see, when you got somebody that doesn't value your lives, you don't build. buildings. You don't build civilization. Because when you have this mentality whereby you don't care, it's a problem. So religion is bad. It's gone from good to bad. I just don't understand. I don't understand how women can support Islam. I don't understand. In my head, I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, what a woman is in British mentality isn't equal to civilization. But in a Islamic State country, she hasn't got a voice. She can't do anything. She covers up. She basically gets fucked by whoever. Basically, well, let's be real. She has sex with whoever she gets told to have sex with. That's how it is. Like, it's a problem. So it's changing. Life's changing. It's not very nice. It's all about arranged marriages and about obviously keeping it within the bloodline of, like, you know. Let's be real. Friends, families, cousins. Alright, cuz. Yeah, cuz. It's alright, cuz. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you one day. Can't wait. Do you know what I mean? It's fucked. That mentality's fucked. Imagine you being in a family, you're integrated, you're a family, you're basically within the family union. Alright, Dad, yeah, no problem at all, Dad, yeah. Alright, Mum, yeah, no stress. Alright, cuz. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you one day. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. So I don't understand how women, this is what I'm saying about women not being very intelligent. Why would any woman ever follow that mentality in the world today? It doesn't make sense. So women come to the Western world, we treat them with respect, we give them the opportunities to live life, have a voice, have a job, get educated, and then next minute we find out that we're now going into the whole mentality of a cult again. Like, you understand third world countries don't ever achieve? Remember, what I'm saying here is different compared to what's in Dubai. Yeah, it's different to what we have here. So it's different. It's a different mentality. They're following a faith that isn't really the faith that was originally planned out to be. So it's a problem. Dubai loves it because Dubai loves knowing the fact what's happening across the world because they've openly said, Dubai's openly said, we are Muslims. They're not Muslims. They've openly said that, and it's like, yeah, we do things completely different. The Islam that they are seeking is not what we would condone. And when you get obviously Dubai and you know other nations like Dubai come out and said that, what do you do? You know what I mean? It's mad. It's fact. So anyway, look, I need to get some food and I need to eat. Snacks. But my mentality is this: if you're gonna preach, if you're gonna pray or preach, yeah, do it in your house and do it inside like buildings that are designed for it. Like, you know, don't just happen to come along and just say, oh well, actually we're gonna pray 5 times a day all over the world, or you know, it's oh yeah, we're gonna work here. Oh yeah, I can't work now. I'm still getting paid to work, but I'm gonna pray. Alright, fine, okay, you're gonna pray. So I've got to, in a third world country, I now need to accept that, do I? But then in a first world country, I need to accept that now. And when you look at obviously the whole of the slave mentality, which technically, let's be real, it is a slave mentality. They've pretty well conquered all the slave jobs. So straight away, we are now being held at ransom now. It's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked. What's the main courses? Well, for one, guess what? There's no chicken tikka masala on the fucking menu. Yes. You can tell this place is not run by chicken tikka masala. So we've obviously got beef. We've got a beef cottage pie, British, love it. Fish and chips. Yeah, I might have some fish and chips, eh? Yeah, we're on the water's edge, I guess. Fish and chips, I think. Anyway, I have some fish and chips. Sides. Okay, fine. So we're spending 21.5 carbon credits today. If that's all right, yeah. Can I spend £21 of my social credits?
Of what, sorry?
Can I spend £21 of my social credits? Is that all right?
On what credits?
Oh, the fish and chips.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is that all right, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Amazing, thank you.
Fish and chips.
That's
Any
awesome.
allergies?
No allergies at all, no.
Okay, shall we leave
All right, thank you.
Thank-
She didn't get my joke. No, she didn't get my joke. Do you know what I mean? If somebody said that to me, I'd laugh and go, fantastic. I love your good sense of humour. She's a robot. She doesn't got a clue what I'm saying. Can I spend £21 on my social credits, please? Sorry, pounds. No, it's no longer pounds now. 21 social credits. Can I afford this? It's about asking and obeying. She should say, no, you can't spend that. And we're like, oh, please, can I spend my social credit, please? I wouldn't mind some fish and chips. Do you know what I mean? At one day, she will understand that mentality because she'll see it and she'll have a laugh and joke about it. But at the moment, she's so tapped it in the head that she's so programmed not to understand what social credits are compared to pounds. It's weird. It's changing. So. Anyway. Right. Ordered myself fish and chips. So, got gin and tonic, coffee, fish and chips. We've got £80 fine outside, but by the time we basically to give you the rundown of this is a fucking joke. But the van's outside on double yellows, so I just abandoned it on double yellows outside. So I got a ticket. So for me to park that van professionally, properly, not on double yellows, that would have cost me at least £35, £40 to park it for a day. So the parking ticket is £35. So straight away, I got VIP parking, I abandoned my car, and this is how fucked up the UK is, because the government's thick. So they've increased parking. Parking should be £1 or £2 or £3 a day. That's how much parking should be. So when people don't park illegally. So to stop people from parking illegally, you would do cheap parking compared to a big fine. So people won't say, right, well, there's a big difference in pricing here. But instead, they've hiked the parking charges up. So now we find out it's cheaper than the actual fine. So now everyone's parks illegally now. So, well, it's funny because again, what will happen is we won't pay this bill. This will go to the higher car. This will go to the higher company now, and then basically the higher company will not pay it because they'll say, oh, well, it's our vehicle, but we're not paying it because it's on hire. And then they'll obviously say, we'll need to find out who was driving it at that time. And then by the time that they find out who was driving it at that time, it then just basically gets slashed. So basically, parking for me is free of charge. So it's weird. So you park illegally, don't pay anything, survive, have a great lifestyle. This is how broken the UK is. And the problem is, you only work out all this if you actually do it. So imagine me going down the route of life just thinking, great, well, first of all, I'm a millionaire, so it doesn't really matter. So if I get a parking ticket and it goes up to £500, it doesn't really matter to me because I'll just pay it. It doesn't matter. But to break the systems in place, you need to work out the systems in place, and so that's why my van's got a ticket outside now, and that's my free parking for today. It's mad. So the councils are broken, the UK is broken, every system in the UK is fucked. So when you actually work out all this, you then realise, actually, you know what? If the UK is fucked, then the world's fucked. So. Are you telling me that France has got the same? France is fucked. This is me that took a vehicle from the UK. I bought a vehicle in the UK. I drove it across Europe. And I had no V5C document. I blagged every single border post. And I ended up dumping it in Romania. And I've had no comeback from it either. So, think about it. The world's fucked. We just... There has to be an understanding in life that there has to be a risk analysis on the time spent to recover debt. And if you can't trace back the debt, if you say it was me, then straight away they can chase you back. But if you say I'm not guilty, like majority of things you say in the world today, technically it's not pinned upon you. You can't do anything. They can't touch you. So it's interesting to see how the world is playing out now, and I'm seeing on a mass scale now. It's nothing else. Everything's broken. Water, they can't turn off from you because it's a human right. Do you have to pay it? No. However, let's be real. Water isn't actually that clean now. It's actually very, very unhealthy. So don't worry about it. It may look clean, but you sold a lie. You sold a lie back in the day. You got water. It was healthy. Now it's not healthy. It's now not healthy at all. People still drink it. Then find out that obviously not only water's unhealthy, but electric. You know, I guess I don't really pay for electric now because we're on solar panels. But again, electric slash that, got rid of that idea. Gas is a kind of like a bit of a problem really. It's a the issue you got is this: you can't actually. The UK's really fucked you over, and I'll tell you why the UK's fucked you over with solar panels. If you've got a house, for instance, a house is registered, a house that we know is a house because it's paying council tax or it's on the government ledger, then to be fair with you, you've got problems because you're going to become poor. You're going to become poor. It doesn't matter how long that takes, you'll become poor. It doesn't even matter how much money you earn as well. So, I live this lifestyle because basically I'm not paying debt. So straight away, if I was paying debt, I wouldn't be able to live this lifestyle. So you see my logic now? So if I pay council tax, I couldn't live this lifestyle. Well, I don't pay council tax, so I live this lifestyle. Everything's like a replacement. Again, I don't pay it. I've never paid it. I've never paid council tax, especially when you've obviously got the issues with regards to labour right now this minute. And why would you pay council tax to a government which is that you don't support? So it's mad. It's mental. I've never paid council tax.
Yes, of course. TTS.
And it's one of those things now. And now I'm living in the countryside now, in a barn practically, in a house. Well, it's a house, converted house now, which is a barn. It's off radar. So yeah, under the radar completely.
W.
You know what? If you're going to spam the chat, I'm going to do it. So yeah, the world's fucked. We're in a bad state in the world today. And that's why they want to bring AI into effect quickly. So they can track everyone's location. And basically say, right, where are you staying tonight? Your location? Oh, right, that address. Right, okay, fine. That's what they do. That's basically the whole thing that they're putting in place. They're going to try and they're basically going to try and see if they can try and catch everyone else, basically. So, but that's why they've got historical data on tracking phones, because they can say, well, how long have you been living there for? And they'll say, oh, we've been living here for about a week. And they'll say, no, you haven't. We've been tracking your phone for the last like 3 years. So you're in debt. Social credit. So basically, you won't be able to lie. So that's the plan. So anyway, do we care? Not really. The Jewish community are quite clever. The Jewish community are really, really clever because they understand. The Jewish community get it, and because they are linked with Israel, obviously Jews, Israel, they're not daft. Israel's a very, very, very clever people, and why are they clever? They've had to be clever. If you are surrounded by enemies on all basically full 360, you've had to become clever. So, like I say to you, having a nation who's fighting forward, who understands self-defense, who obviously operates weapons. There's not that many people in Israel that are not clever and clued up. They know what they're doing. Israel do. So, And they'll fight and fight and fight, and they are not a nation that's going to disintegrate overnight. So the problem you got with the US is going to struggle. UK is going to struggle. So what do you do with alliance? The whole idea is what the world wants is to completely trash the Western world, let it all go to Islam. And then basically it's just all going to it'll all go to shit. And then basically you've just got one nation, which is going to be it's going to be one nation, which is going to be Israel, really. But yeah, I think then Islam would then try and attack Israel on a mass scale. Then they'll obviously go into Israel on all sides, just to basically wipe out Israel. But Israel know this already. Israel on doubt. They've known it for years. What's happening? What's going to happen in the future? So this is why everyone needs to level up and change. Ultimate goal is to conquer. That's why there's a race for technology. They've got to throw out technology into the realm of life to basically to control the masses, because of and get everybody into debt and live in fear to control. That's the plan behind it all. Anyway, my phone's about to die as well now, so let me kill the stream and restart it. Oh, back.